Hi, I'm going to go through a restorative yoga practice. So there's going to be 4 poses, and the emphasis of 3 of them will be on the area of the hips. So if you're interested in relaxing the hip area, then this might be a nice practice for you. But to start, first we're going to place you can sit either on your feet as I am, or any kind of cross-legged position, whatever is most comfortable for you. You're going to place the hands on the thighs, close the eyes, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, relaxing the tongue and the insides of the cheeks. Relaxing the lips and all around the mouth. Relaxing over the nose and the cheeks, all around the eyes. Relaxing behind the eyes. Relaxing the forehead and the point between the eyebrows. Start to bring your awareness to the breath. Just noticing the natural rhythm, not trying to change it, just noticing. And you're going to bring the hands in front of the chest in a prayer position. And we'll chant 3 Ohms to begin. Releasing the hands, gently opening the eyes. You're going to come to sit on one side of your heels. Straighten out the legs. We're going to do a forward bend, a wide angle forward bend to start with. And so you're going to take one of your bolsters and place it on the floor between the knees. Just bring the legs apart, kind of a comfortable position, not to your very, very maximum. Okay? And then bring the bolster close to you, like you're trying to fill in the space between yourself and the bolster. And then we're going to see some options, but you want to keep the legs completely relaxed, and then you can bring the hands onto the bolster and then your face, one side of the face onto the bolster. Okay, so this works quite well if you're quite flexible. If you struggle a little bit more with some tightness around the backs of the legs and the buttocks or the lower back, then you can take a block, something like a block like this, lift up your bolster and put it at an angle under your bolster. You can even put a second bolster or take a blanket. You need to be comfortable in these poses. Okay, it's not meant to be a struggle, okay, or even too much of a stretch. Very, very minimal amount of stretch. Okay, so if this seems better for you, then you lean forward, turn the face to one side, and bring the arms onto the floor. I like to put the palms of the hands upwards, but if it's more comfortable for you to open the elbows wider and place the palms of the hand down, then experiment with it and see which one works best for you. Okay? So once you find yourself in the position, I'm going to start a timer. And so for now, I'm going to start with only short holds, but if you work on your own, then the best is to slowly work up the length of time that you're going to hold the poses. So for now, I'm going to start with 2 minutes on either side, like 2 minutes the face facing one direction, 2 minutes facing the other direction. If you know you can hold it longer, then just pause the video and stay as long as you feel is necessary for you. Okay, so leaning forward, turning the face to one direction, scanning the body, checking the legs are relaxed, the lower back is relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed, the arms, just letting the weight of the arms fall into the floor. The neck, the jaw are relaxed. Once you feel nice and relaxed, bring your awareness to your breath. And once again, we're not trying to alter the breath in any way. We're just using it as a focal point. So we just notice the inhales and the exhales. When the mind wanders, as soon as you notice it wandering, just bring your awareness back to the breath. That's 2 minutes. All you're going to do is lift the head and turn the face to the other side. Keeping the eyes closed. very slowly, you're going to lift out of the position, removing the block, removing the bolster. You can lean back, bring the legs a little bit towards one another, lean back into the hands, and just shake out the legs. Okay. The next position we're going to do is called Supta Baddha Konasana. So that's where we're going to place the soles of the feet together like this, and then we're going to lean back onto a bolster. So first we take one bolster and put it lengthwise on our yoga mat. So you're going to have to experiment. You might need 2 bolsters and maybe even a couple blankets or pillows from the sofa. You'll see. And you can take a yoga belt if you have one. You can do it without a yoga belt. Usually in my own practice I do it without a belt, but a lot of people find it more comfortable with the belt, so I'm going to show you it like this. So you make a loop with your belt like this, okay? And then we bring the soles of the feet together, and we bring the loop over top of our torso, over the arms, and we want to have the flat part of the loop, so not where the buckle is, for instance, flat part on the lower part of the back or the pelvis. So it's on the bone, it's not up here. Okay, you need to have it very low down. And then we hook it over the feet, like this. Or, sorry, under the feet actually. Under the feet. Then we can take the end and we can tighten it as much as we need. Okay, so we want to pull the bolster close to us so that there's no space here. And if your knees are up in the air, it's much better to support them. Okay, to be able to hold it for some time, you need to support the knees. You don't want to lie back with them up in the air. You know, if you stay like that, it's going to get too uncomfortable too quickly. So you can take a rolled blanket, or if you happen to have 2 more bolsters, you can put those under. You want to do something like this. Roll another blanket up and under. So we have the 1 or 2 bolsters behind us, and then we start to lean back. You might need to lift the sitting bones, let the skin of the buttocks just come to a more natural position, and then we lie back onto the bolster. So if we want to keep the chin kind of closed, right? So if I'm lying back and my neck ends up something like that, that means I need more support, and I might need just a block or a blanket under the head just to keep the neck a little more closed. So you find the position that feels well for you. And here we're going to stay for 5 minutes. Oops. But if you need to come out for whatever reason, then you come out. And you can always take a little towel or an eye bag and place it over the eyes so that you can find a more peaceful position. For the arms, you can decide if you bring them out to the side, something like that. If the elbows are suspended, so if my arms are up in the air like this, then I need to put some blankets or a bolster or block or something under the forearms so that they can really completely rest into the floor. So there's that option. Or you could also just interlace the fingers, place them on the belly, on the thighs. Find out what is most comfortable for you. But in any of those cases, If the elbows are suspended, place something under the elbows. Scanning your body. Noticing if you're holding any tension anywhere. I'm trying to completely relax. If after about 20 or 30 seconds you can't relax, then maybe you need to come out and use a few more props to prop up the floor underneath you. Feel supported, and you're able to completely release. Check the jaws relaxed. And then bring your awareness to your breath. Noticing the inhales. Noticing the exhales. And just resting still and quiet. Slowly, you're going to remove your eye pillow. Press into your elbows. If you need to, you can interlace your fingers behind the head, tuck in the chin. Then press into the elbows and come up to a sitting position. Loosen the belt. Release it from the feet. And then lifting it over the body. back into your hands. Lift up the knees slowly, straightening out the legs, and just shaking them out there. So the next position we're going to do, it's called Supta Virasana. You can leave the bolster that we have here. So we're sitting on our knees with our knees somewhat together and the feet apart. So, the bug. So, sometimes this can irritate the tops of people's feet. So, if you think that might be the case for you, then you take a blanket and put it on your mat and then sit down. So, we sit up on our knees like this, open the feet, take the thumbs and kind of squish the backs of the calves, and then we come down to sit in between the feet. If this is really hard on your knees, you don't do this. You can sit on the feet or put a blanket between the calves and the thighs and bring the feet in, something like this, okay, instead of opening the feet out to the sides, okay? Don't stress out your knees, but if it feels fine, then you're squishing the backs of the calves, coming to sit between the heels, and then you're going to take your left hand over your left knee and just gently letting the skin come up towards the hips. And then you take your other hand and get that flesh that is on the inner thigh and just kind of release it inwards a little bit. Release it. Take your right hand over the right knee, just gently bringing the skin upwards, and then the other hand getting this flesh here and just gently releasing this so that you feel a little more comfortable with the muscles of the legs. Again, you can use a belt here. It's optional. As I said, usually I don't use them, but I know a lot of the yoga students, they like those. So I'm going to show you both options. So you bring the belts over the thighs, and then up, you tighten it. Okay? Don't tighten it too much. This is one of the reasons why I don't use belts too often, because if we tighten it too much, it's forcing our body to stay in a specific position. And I think the joints, they need to have a little bit of movement available so that you can allow the body to find its kind of more natural place to stay. Okay, then you want to pull your bolster close enough so that you're making so that you have no space between yourself and the bolster. And then you're going to lean back just about halfway down. And once again, if that feels like already it's starting to feel a little bit like you're overdoing it a little bit, you take another bolster and you put a second bolster on top. And you stagger them. So I would make it kind of like steps, right? So something like that. And then you can put a pillow or a block under the back of the head so that you're slanted. Okay, so if you need to do that, take your time, find the right position for yourself. If it's okay with one bolster, you lean back, put the elbows down, and then lift the sitting bones just slightly so that you can kind of tuck them under so the buttock flesh goes back down towards the knees, and then lie back down. Bring the back of the head on your bolster. And same as the previous position, you can bring the arms out to the sides or place them somewhere on the belly or the hips. Find the place that feels comfortable for you, but you don't want to have the elbows hanging in the air. Okay, so if you need to, you put something under the elbows. And you can take your little towel or your eye pillow, cover up the eyes, so that you can completely relax and come inwards. And then we're going to hold this again for 5 minutes. If that feels like it's too much, you come out. Don't hesitate. So sometimes in this position, some people feel like there's too much of a pull over the tops of the knees. It's kind of hard to explain what is too much of a pull. So I think it's up to us, the individual, to experiment and decide for oneself. So for myself, what I usually think is if I can release it and feel relaxed, I can breathe smoothly, it doesn't feel like I'm tensing anywhere, then usually I find that's pretty safe. But if I feel like it's affecting my breath or my ability to completely release into the pose, then that tells me I'm doing too much. I'm going too far. And so then in that case, it's better to come out of the pose, use more props. Almost always you can find a version of every pose for every person. It's hard to show every version in a short video like this, but if you have a yoga teacher, you can ask your yoga teacher to give you some different options. So bringing your awareness to your breathing, noticing your inhales and your exhales, calming the mind, trying to make the mind very subtle, very calm, and completely clear. Then just resting still and quiet. slowly remove the covering from the eyes. You can interlace the fingers behind the head. Lift the head, come down. And then, even still, I need to wiggle a little bit closer. So I'm not keeping my legs rigid, right? I don't need to be keeping any kind of formal alignment. I'm going to open my feet, soften my knees however they need to be, and just relax there. Okay? I'm going to take my eye covering, take that thing out of my hair, and we'll set the timer. So we're going to hold this for 5 minutes, but I really suggest that you pause the video and just stay there as long as you can. Okay? 15 minutes could be nice. Do whatever you need to do. You can bring the arms over the head, taking either elbow, and just relax here. To sit. And the last position we're going to do is we're going to put the legs up the wall. Okay, this is very nice for the circulation for the legs. So to do this, we're going to bring a yoga bolster close to the wall, like that. So depending on how open the backs of your legs are, you're going to decide how far away you stay from the wall. So the tighter the legs are, the further away from the wall you want to be, okay, to be able to relax into it. Okay. So, how to do this? You're going to come, sit on your bolster, on one end of your bolster. Place the soles of the feet onto the floor. Bring one hand down on your mat, the other hand behind your bolster. Walking your feet slowly, slowly, like you're bringing your knees towards the wall until you can up, lean back on your elbows and bring your legs up. Okay? Then you might need to wiggle a little bit until you can come down. And then, even still, I need to wiggle a little bit closer. So I'm not keeping my legs rigid, right? I don't need to be keeping any kind of formal alignment. I'm going to open my feet, soften my knees however they need to be, and just relax there. Okay? I'm going to take my eye covering, take that thing out of my hair, and we'll set the timer. So we're going to hold this for 5 minutes, but I really suggest that you pause the video and just stay there as long as you can. Okay? 15 minutes could be nice. Do whatever you need to do. You can bring the arms over the head, taking either elbow, and just relax here. Trying to make the mind subtle. Trying to make the mind clear and calm. slowly remove the eye covering, bending the knees, bringing them in towards the chest, stretching the right arm over the head, and then rolling to the right side. So you're rolling off the yoga bolster, pressing into your left hand, and coming back up to a sitting position. Coming back to sit on the knees, and we'll chant Om to finish. Namaste. Thank you.